All right, let's take you back to our top story this morning. Northwest Education Department officials headed to Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke. They're probing racism allegations after a photo emerged showing what appears to be children separated on the basis of race. Our reporter Govan Whittles is at the school. He joins us now live. Govan, have you had an opportunity since arriving at the school just to gauge what the reaction is after this photo went viral on social media?
Well, I have had an opportunity to gauge, and as soon as we arrived at the school, we found scores of protesters from different political parties, some from the ANC, some from the EFF, and others from the Forum for Service Delivery, and they're all here at the Schweizer-Reneke Primary School to protest what appeared to have been the separation of pupils on the basis of race. Now, at this point, it's not clear whether or not those pupils were separated because of their skin color. The MEC of the Northwest Education Department is on his way here, and he'll be making his way into the classroom, speaking to the teachers, the principal, but also just to find out what exactly happened. But before that happens, I am joined now by the mayor of the Mamusa municipality, Mr. Aaron Motswana, and he's here at the school as well. He's joined some of these protesters and residents. He'll be joining us live. Mayor, thank you so much for your time. First of all, what was your impression from the photo that was released, and why have you come here this morning?
Now, look, I must express my deepest shock on the incident. It was unfortunate, and immediately when I picked up on this particular incident on the social media, the first thing was to try to get hold of the management of the school. Unfortunately, by yesterday they were not taking calls and so on and so on. So we managed to talk to some members of the community around here and to try to establish the facts, what had actually transpired, what are the issues and so on and so on. So basically today, we are waiting for the arrival of the MEC. We want to come in and have a meeting with them and try to establish the facts, what led to this particular thing. Is it genuine? If it is genuine, what might be the motive and so on and so on? Because we can't allow 24 years into democracy that you still have incidents of this particular nature. It's very unfortunate. It undermines the democracy itself. It undermines the entire community of Mamusa and of this particular Schweizer-Reneke area. So we would want to unite, as you can see, as a community to fight this particular thing and to ensure that the very same incident does not repeat itself, because there's a history, I must admit, pertaining actually to your Schweizer-Reneke World School, where each and every year during admissions of kids for the new year, you'd have separate incident and issues and so on and so on. So you can allow a situation where each time it would be a black and white issue. And this is what we are here for, to try to establish the facts and so on and so on. But also to talk to the management of the school itself, assist the department. The policy has to be changed. You have to then attend to the issue of transformation. Is it happening? Is it real? What are the demographics and so on and so on? This is basically why we are here today.
All right, thank you so much. That's Mayor of the Mamusa municipality, Aaron Motswana. He'll be joining the department's officials in that meeting to find out exactly what happened. But as he said, the town certainly does have a history of alleged racist incidents on its farms. And as the mayor said in his high school, the community here is certainly up in arms, and it looks like they'll demand answers from the school. I have to say that before we arrived, we actually witnessed some of the community members jumping over the fence, going to confront the teachers, demanding that the teacher responsible for that class resign. So it seems as if the residents are ready to take action, and it's now up to the department's officials to try and calm that down until that investigation gets underway.
So, Govan, before we let you go, this meeting that will take place between departmental officials and members of the school body, Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke, so that will be the school teacher, the class teacher that was allegedly involved, the principal as well. Do we have confirmation on who will be sitting in this meeting?
Well, we do know that some representatives from the department, the MEC, the HOD, it will be the school principal, the teacher, as you mentioned, and some concerned parents, members of the school governing body are also here to explain. Then, of course, there are residents from the other side of the divide, the parents of some of the white pupils who arrived at the school this morning just to try and make sure that the protesters don't jump over the gate. So there are tensions on both sides at the moment, and it seems as if the department wants to make sure that everyone in the community is included in that meeting so that the investigation can reveal all of the facts surrounding exactly what happened in that classroom yesterday morning.
Yeah, they want to ensure that everyone involved gets to be part of the meeting, gets to be part of this discussion. I'm sure they also want to ensure that given it's the start of the school year, this is an issue that should be resolved immediately, as soon as possible.
Yeah, that is something that the mayor said he wants to achieve. The officials have also said as much in the press statement yesterday. But of course, they are concerns that this is not an isolated incident, that this is something that has been occurring at the schools over a period of time. So that is the basis of the investigation, as much as they're looking into what has happened in that classroom. So I've spoken to the departmental officials. They say they'll be asking the school about previous incidents as much as they'll be asking about yesterday's incident. So I think here they're trying to establish all the facts around what the culture is like at the school and whether or not this is something that's happened before.
Yeah, absolutely. That most certainly will be the most worrying issue, whether it has happened before, whether it is a trend at the school. Thanks very much for that update. Our reporter Govan Whittles is at the Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke. He'll be tracking that story for us.